we're beginning to wrap up the episode. We're on an hour on a bender. Anyways, last year it was like 45 minutes. Tax withholding calculator. Again, this is for the tax withholding estimates for those that decide to stay to the end of the episode. You stayed here for a whole hour. We're on the tax withholding calculator. Long story short, you come in here, put in your information. This is going to give you a guesstimate. Again, it's the IRS website. It's going to give you a rough guesstimate of what it thinks you are going to owe for taxes, or if you're going to get a refund. And then you can use that in conjunction with the AWS. That lets you know what's on my mind. In conjunction with the ADP Paycheck Calculator. So the ADP Paycheck Calculator, you come in here, you put in your paycheck, how much you make, your pay frequency, your tax filing situation, your state where you live at. It'll also, if you're someone like me who lives in Maryland but works in Virginia, it'll allow you. So this is actually the state that you work in. So for me, it's like I work in technically Virginia, but then it's asking me, do I live in another state? Right, so I got to put in where actually my actual address, and then it's going to calculate all these things for me here. And then you're going to put in your benefits as well, how much you pay for medical, dental, vision, if you're doing, FSA or HSA contribution, and your type of retirement amount, and then it's going to shoot you out in short here, what it believes your take-home pay should be, and they've updated this now over the last year or two to where it's going to be relatively the same. It's $1,000 per year. Let's do. All right, so this is just, if you're single filing, tax status, no kids, nothing like that, it'll shoot this out. But I'm saying you can do this in conjunction here with this paycheck calculator. And if it's saying, hey, you might need to withhold, so send more money to the government, another $100 per paycheck, you'll be able to update that here as far as, I need to send another extra $100 here because they're going to ask you here. Sorry, it's going to be on the federal one. For your federal taxes, they're going to ask you here any additional withholding. So if you do this IRS paycheck calculator, it's saying, hey, you need to withhold another $100. You can see that here and really see how it impacts your paycheck and see if you really wanted to do that, if you can afford that, as far as on a month-to-month basis, wherever you're at financially with your budget and things like that, or if it's better off for you to figure out some ways to save that money throughout the year. So when you actually file your taxes, you have whatever money they're telling you you're going to owe. All right, so those are all, wait, my bad, y'all. I'm showing it on screen. Here on the federal tax tab, and you scroll down, you'll see additional withholding here. You put like $100, right? So you'll be able to see that. All right, that's it, y'all. Locked and loaded. End of the episode. See, we're starting off 2025 well. Again, as we're getting into 2025, the major updates. So I told y'all I had a lot of things going on like September, October. That's because my wife is pregnant again, baby girl on the way, due Memorial Day. So as we get to late April, early May, some things, I'm going to try to have episodes and things like that recorded, but we'll see. But, we're going to have that transition phase, and we're going to be good to go. My wife had a very, very rough first trimester. So, it was just hard. And she was harder on her than me, right? But, since we already have a kid, it's hard dealing with, not hard dealing with our son, but, just managing everything. Shout out to our village that helped us out during that time. But then also as well, our lease ends at our current apartment at the end of February. And so we will be moving back in with my parents because we're getting a house. Our house is being built right now. It'll be done sometime. I want it to be done in early May, but it'll be done in like mid to late April, early May time frame. So I'll be back in with my parents since our lease is in a couple months, where the house is built for a couple of months. And then after that, I'll be moving again. So if you've been watching this, since we started this would be like my fifth time you've been seeing me move. Right? It's been crazy. We had to move back into my parents for a couple of days, like a week or so, when we had that plumbing issue at our very first apartment. But this will be you can see me move 2 times. You see me move the second time when we get to June, okay, because the house will be built in June. We'll be in that joker in June. I'll be on paternity leave then. Then you will be seeing just a blank white wall, technically, because we're not going to be set up. Right, my office is probably going to be one of the last things that finally get settled. But Got a lot of stuff going on in 2025, so we got major updates. So moving 2 times, having a baby, gonna be a lot going on, but also highly unlikely that I'll be recording like this during that time frame. So what I'm likely gonna end up when I'm at my parents'. So what I'm likely gonna end up doing is going to do car recordings, which might be something that'd be more permanent because I go into the office twice a week and, I'm driving to Virginia. So it's over an hour drive from me there and back. So plenty of time to record something. We'll switch it up and give, a different flavor on here. And also as well, going into next year, we're going to ramp up the type of content that we are recording. So we've been doing more financial stuff, and we still know health and wealth, finance, fitness, everything in between. We're going to get a lot more into the in between stuff, and we're going to start doing articles that are not just more on the political side, but just flat out news in general to sort of give you guys an update of everything that is going on. So I'm not going to say what the next episode is going to be for Money Mindset, right? But it's going to be a little bit more on like paying attention to what is truly going on in the state that you live in or the country you live in, or obviously, country you live in, United States, but even what's going on a global standpoint. So when I start having even more and more articles to sort of keep up with the information that's going out, into the news cycle. And obviously, as like my schedule changes with the baby coming, things like that, I'm going to try to make sure the articles are as up to date as possible because I want to get the information out to you guys faster, so that one is better for the algorithm and the information is still relevant. Like I did the United Healthcare unfortunate shooting, and that when those rest of those videos are dropping, the shorter clips, new article had already come out that kind of made all that information irrelevant that I was talking about. So gonna work on improving that process as well. This year was big, like with the consistency on editing the videos and the thumbnails and things like that. So we're showing the progression here. And yes, where's Jordan? I had my schedule was messed up due to not like due to my wife being pregnant, but once she was pregnant, how bad the first trimester was, and so I got to sync back with Jordan and get on a better schedule. But that's kind of pointless because then I'm being my parents, stop recording. So Jordan may not resurface, unfortunately, until like May or June with myself. Jordan can record whenever he wants, but let's be very clear. So I'm gonna take a shot, but Jordan has access to the StreamYard and all that type of crap too. Technically, I think all the emails are Jordan's accounts. Technically, I think that we set it up. So, or at least his name is it. So Jordan can record when he wants. But that's everything that'll be going on in 2025. Again, baby coming, Memorial Day, new house coming. Late April, early May, but then I'll be moving back in with my parents from like mid to late February until whenever the house is built. So we'll be having all the transition. And then if these recordings do end up going away, then I'll be doing the car recordings. All right. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm saying all right, like you guys can hear me like I'm talking to one of my clients. All right, y'all. That's it. Locked and loaded. End of the episode. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to the YouTube algorithms. Make sure you leave those rating reviews on the podcast platform as well. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Please, if you have any suggestions, let us know because we're always about revamping and giving you all the information that you want to see in conjunction with what we want to do because this is our YouTube channel, our podcast. All right. That's it, y'all. Remember to save more and say less. Keep making better your best. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.